right, Dan with GreenSource again. I'm here with Rappahannock Building and Remodeling. John Blakemore, how you doing, John?
I'm doing well. How are you, Dan?
And you can see, let's kind of back off and look at the booth. Looking pretty good. And John's in a primo spot, getting a lot of attention and helping put out the EarthCraft message. So, John, what was it about EarthCraft and Energy Star that was attracted to you as a builder and somebody that wants to provide a certain product to your homeowners?
I think the biggest thing that I like about the EarthCraft program is it's very pragmatic. There's a lot of varied definitions about what green building is and different approaches and different definitions of how to achieve it. The EarthCraft program, I think, it gives you a really easy set of guidelines to follow, and the way the point system works, you can easily do cost-benefit analysis to see what kind of effort we're going to have to put into something versus what we're going to get out of it. So that's I think the biggest thing, that's very practical and very easy to implement.
All right, so there's other green building programs here in Northern Virginia. You have Lead for Homes, you have the NHB, Green Home Building Guidelines, or Model Green Home Building Guidelines, which is in the process of becoming the NHB Green Standard. How do you think EarthCraft compares to those programs?
I think EarthCraft has the most momentum, certainly. I just heard that it's the fastest growing green program in the country, and I think that's going to have some value, and I think that momentum is going to stay. I think the more people that are aware of what EarthCraft has to offer, I think you're going to see the consumer really starting to demand that, and I think that's going to be a big factor.
All right, so let's talk about, so you're like one of the first builders in this area to do EarthCraft, a little bit of a learning curve for everybody, but when I went into your home at both the closing inspection and final, I mean, there's actually a lot of cool surprises, a lot of, I don't know, good old-fashioned attention to detail from the framer's standpoint, construction. Can you talk about those?
The opportunity to do an EarthCraft house kind of puts into motion something that I've really been thinking about and researching for really almost the better part of a decade. Just with the trade publications and things like that I've been exposed to in my education, I've been learning more and more about the different methods you can employ to be more energy efficient. For whatever reason, though, we never really went in that direction. I kind of thought that people weren't necessarily demanding it. I think also I really wasn't offering it, I wasn't pushing it. But it was exciting to get a chance to employ the little things that don't necessarily increase the effort of the job a great deal and don't really represent a big cost increase, but still can give you small gains even, but still when you take the cumulative benefit of all those little gains, it can really add up into something that's going to help make your house more energy efficient, more economical, and just a better house all around.
All right, so some specific examples, like how you did your door headers, some of the gasketing that you did underneath your base plate, some of the air sealing around your king and jack studs, not just caulk, between your foundation and sole plate, just a lot of attention detail things that you're able to do as Rappahannock Building and Remodeling, because you frame your own homes.
Yeah, that's correct. We're a very hands-on company. We're relatively small, and we've got 2 part owners of the company, and pretty much any time that we've got a job going on, one of those owners is going to be involved. So we certainly are interested in the final product, the attention to detail, and it was just kind of our nature starting out as carpenters. That's what both of our training was. That we naturally want to employ the things that we've learned over the years, and as opposed to subbing out and kind of trying to dictate what somebody else does, just do it ourselves, and we know that we can control the finished product.
All right, so final testing comes in. We did the blower door test, we did the duct leakage test, and it actually came out better than what you originally anticipated. We had to bring in fresh air exchange. You also got a couple other benefits or credits that you didn't anticipate, but because of this attention to detail, you wound up getting at the final certification.
Yeah. I don't think ecstatic would be too strong of a word to use when we did the final blower door test, and I realized that, like you said, we exceeded what I thought even was probably the most optimistic that we could get. What I think it really proved to me is that the methods and techniques that we employed, they're very, pretty standard, not really that costly. But if you do it and you kind of take a holistic approach and you just deal with it at every step of the way and every stage, that those incremental gains really can add up, and you don't necessarily have to spend the many thousands of dollars for some of the systems out there that do work, but there still is that cost associated with it. And we were able to get a $2,000 tax credit from the federal government because of our HERS rating, so that was a huge help, obviously. And that helps offset some of the costs from the additional costs that we would see with some of the things that we did. So all in all, I was extremely pleased with the results that we were able to achieve.
Okay, so you're here at the Fredericksburg Fall Home Show, and as we can see here, you're doing some marketing on energy efficient homes, EarthCraft, and the times that I've been by, I actually had to walk on because you were getting slammed by prospective homeowners that were asking you about energy efficiency and green building, specifically EarthCraft.
It's always exciting when somebody comes up and they say specifically that that's what they're looking for. The previous home show in the spring and this one, we're really seeing the interest in people coming up. Not just something that they're interested in when we suggested, but they're actually coming in. That's the first thing they mention. That's what they're going to be demanding. It's really exciting to get to talk to them, knowing that we have done an Energy Star and EarthCraft House, that we've got systems and methods that are proven. It's really fun to share a little bit of that with them and show them some of the things we did differently, and just to imagine the opportunities that's going to give us down the road.
All right, so before we sign off, I'm of course going to ask for a plug on EarthCraft. In all seriousness, kind of talk a little bit about your experience with the EarthCraft House as a program, the training, the infrastructure support, the administrative support with folks down in Richmond, and of course your technical advisor support me.
As I said before, I really like the EarthCraft program. I like its practical benefits. The training was very helpful. I don't know that I necessarily learned a lot of things that I didn't already know, but it was a one-day course, and I think I could bring somebody who was familiar with construction and hadn't really paid attention to the different energy efficient techniques and different things like that out there. And what may have taken me, in one sense, years to learn, they could get introduced to in a day. So the training was very helpful. I really like the scientific backing. It's not just an idea that we follow certain guidelines and we're going to get these results, but we follow those guidelines and it's tested. So we know either we did it right or we dropped the ball somewhere and we need to focus on that and make some changes and things like that. So I really like the fact that we know how leaky our house is or how tight in our case, and we can really quantify that kind of thing. I was very pleased with GreenSource Raters, an extremely deep resource. It just was really helpful in helping us get through the program. Some of the questions that we may have had that we didn't know exactly how we were going to deal with certain requirements, it all worked out, and it was pretty painless, and it was really even fun.
All right, I'm blushing here. Well, it was Heineken, right? Or was it a case of, never mind. So that's it from Rappahannock Building and Remodeling. And you can get their contact information from this nice logo that we have prominently displayed in their booth. Otherwise, that's it. Damn GreenSource. here at the Fredericksburg Expo Center and the Fall Home Builder Show. Signing off.